There's a theory going around where people are placing the XRP price at $35,000 per coin. We've covered this in multiple videos, but today I want to teach you guys just a little bit more about what's going on in the background. And let me add this is very important. I've said it for, I think, over a year now, that the specific individual who's been bringing up these different price predictions, even though I don't know him well, even though I can't say much about all his other ventures, for the XRP community is like a toxin, is like some sort of rat. And the reason I say that with full passion, even though it is just my own opinion, is because of what I saw about a year ago. I saw videos where he claimed that XRP would go to $35,000 or potentially even $50,000 based on nothing, which is my opinion. And there was another guy, what's his name? This guy right here that was promoting the living crap out of that guy. And then I told you guys, I told you this because I love every single one of you watching. You guys are my family. Please understand that I want nothing but the best for every single person watching this. But I told y'all about, let's see here. Oh, it's actually almost 2 years ago when this video right here came out that these two guys are working together and they're making money on your ass. Again, I used to really respect James Rule. I still think he does a lot of good for the community. Don't get it twisted. And again, I cannot judge more than what I've seen from Mr. Jimmy Valley. So please take everything with a grain of salt, as this is just surface level information. And again, all I'm doing here is expressing my own opinion. I'm not saying these guys are fraudsters. I'm not saying you should go harass these people. All I'm saying is I personally think these guys are taking advantage of you, and you can see that if you watch this video. You might ask, Dusty, how do you know this? How do you say this? I am not saying this because the price on its own is crazy, because there are ways in which that could happen. I'm saying the way in which James gives him credit. Wow, the managing director of Valil Capital. That means absolutely nothing. I can go out there right now, start a capital, because we own two capitals. And so just because you're the managing director of one doesn't give you a lot of authority all of a sudden. And that was all the articles were stating, that the managing director of Valil Capital, whoa, that guy was given his $35,000 XRP price point, and so it had authority? Nah. And again, these two guys are working together, so he's incentivized to upheaval this individual, or to push him higher or make him look better than he actually is. Again, just my thoughts. But I want to know from you guys down below right now, do you think, again, sorry for bringing this up again, that $35,000 per XRP is possible, or completely freaking dog garbage? I am in the middle. I will always state that anything is possible, but I am not expecting it to happen. And I personally think as well that if you are watching this right now and you are expecting it to happen, you have the wrong mindset. If you keep the option open of, hey, maybe, that's completely fine in my opinion. But thinking, XRP is for sure going to get to this level and we're waiting for it. Yeah, I don't think you're in a good position right now then, my friend. But I digress. Take a look. In today's buyback Twitter space, this video was discussed. First, many in the private committee did not know Jay Valley said he was going to sell the XP price evaluation download. I should look back at my videos from, what date? I should look back at my videos from February 11th when this video came out, to kind of see what I said about it. I think it would be kind of funny to see how much I shat on that man at the time, but even I did not know this. So many did not know he was going to actually sell it to the people. So why his theory, or I guess his theory as to why the XP price could go there for download, he was going to sell that. Secondly, his 33-second statement was without edit in between, as some suggested. Let's check this out. I've not watched the video yet, so let's check it out. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have that much good to say about this. Somebody said, hey, I'm disappointed in you. It's never going to happen. Which, again, I'll always leave leave everything open. Cryptarty said, I posted this to show the money-making motive by Valil to do this evaluation. I am against making money on the backs of the XRP community. You have me all wrong. Seriously, XRP is an open-source digital asset that secures a ledger that the US government could never touch, which, again, I agree with as well. And all we have to say about this is, damn. Now some hidden motives have finally come to light, and Mr. Hamilton was now, I guess, partially in the right for being against Ari a little bit over the last couple of days. If you don't remember, he called her out a little bit for sharing that $35,000 XP price prediction. But honestly, guys, if we take a look at my Twitter, you can see that when I asked this 2 days ago, will XRP be bought back? Again, my honest thought is personally no. You can see it got 250,000 views. People really are going crazy about this $35,000 per XRP thought process. And to be honest, there's a lot of holes in the story. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't really make a lot of sense with the prediction. But then when I read through, there's so many people who say, yeah, it's possible. Or yeah, it's most likely going to happen because of this or that or this or that. Let me tell you again, in theory, XRP could have any arbitrary value. It could. And the buyback theory is not completely unfounded, although it is pretty hard to execute in any normal manner. Again, I can agree with some of these guys by saying XRP is not meant to be held by just normal peasants, but then still define buyback. So let's say I have my XRP in my ledger. You think Ripple's gonna strap that all away from us, take over the entire network and, well, destroy it, but still give us some sort of money or value? No, okay, so what they're gonna buy back then? Okay, all the XRP that Ripple now owns, and they're gonna value it at a higher price so they can get rid of their debt. But then for example, let's say, I'm just randomly choosing a number here, but let's say I personally would have, again, I'm just picking a random number here, 10 million XRP. They don't care about me becoming that rich then? I mean, with other assets like gold, they could take it away from you. And so once they've got everything, they can value it at whatever because they own it all or almost all. With XRP, it's going to be significantly difficult for them to keep up this level of price at 35,000, whatever, if all the people like you and I could just always sell it. So there would have to be either two things. One, people could not sell it anymore, or two, they're going to take our XRP away from us, both of which are not so nice. But then I also wonder what's going to happen to all these major exchanges. For example, if there's an exchange over in China and they don't want to work with whoever's going to buy this back with their plan, but they hold, let's say, 1 billion XRP, are all those as well going to be sellable? Or are all those going to be blocked out, or if you know what I mean? Yeah, that's just my holes in the theory because I don't know. I have not looked into it far enough because I don't care enough. I like to focus on exactly what the XP Ledger is doing right now and what, well, we can see Ripple building, or we can see all the amazing XRP community members building, and the lawsuit. That's the stuff I like. All these far-fetched theories are just, to me, far-fetched theories for people who like to entertain their time. It's just entertainment. But really, if we're talking about investing, if we're talking about really putting our money seriously because of some serious fundamentals or news, no, this is not something that I think is very important to think about. The only thing I want to do here is just quickly make it clear that I don't agree with people talking about this too much. However, because that was not the main purpose of this video, let me quickly come to point. What I saw, which I wanted to cover, was this. The SEC has filed its response in partial opposition to the Ripple defendant's motion to seal certain documents found in connection with the parties' cross motions for a summary judgment. We all know the SEC has been doing some crazy stuff over the last couple of years. It keeps getting deeper and crazier. But right now, what's basically happening is Ripple wants the Hinman documents to be made public. As far as I've read, that is what they're looking for. So take a look. Again, if we go back to James Fillin's post, you can see all the people here are starting to kind of notice a little bit as to what is going on. The SEC is kind of trembling in their boots. No. But you can see also Sir Trade a lot. Ripple demands the Hinman emails to be made public as a response, because that is exactly what we're fighting in this. Again, it was very interesting that we saw Charles Gasparino of Fox all of a sudden turn against the XRP community a little bit regarding Mr. Hinman's emails, but at the end of the day, we all know that it's a little bit strange what happened at the SEC. And even though John Deaton also earlier said that it's not necessary that there's actual crazy insights in these emails regarding XRP, because otherwise Ripple would have brought it up in the court already, it's still very important, I think, for the crypto community to have these insights. Again, if you're wondering what this reads right here, it has to do with the fact that Ripple is right now going against the SEC for what they want to hide away. Ripple's basically saying, hey, we don't want you to hide all the stuff which you're trying to hide. we want it to be made public. And the lawyers that we spoke to earlier said what would most likely happen is the judge would keep everything hidden for now, then look what she used for a verdict and then make it public accordingly. But Ripple's like, let's just make these things public for the people to see. Again, the judge already concluded that a lot of the SEC information was very strange, that it was very contradictory. And wow, this got 400,000 views. So you can see how many eyeballs are on the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit, guys. You can see it. And I personally believe that it is finally almost over.